Hi, this is Kevin Jackson, and this is Blended Learning and Holistic Higher Education in 3 minutes. So the point of no return was when the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 to be a global pandemic, instantly affecting 1.6 billion learners in 190 countries all around the world. And education had to immediately start using emergency remote teaching. But emergency remote teaching was really not producing a lot of great learning outcomes for students all over the world. It was just like putting a camera on somebody and just having somebody watch from the other end. But online learning has gotten better during COVID-19. Teachers have learned how to teach online better. Students have learned how to learn online better. And there's certainly a lot of online positives as well, like being more interactive, the technology, learning from home is a lot more comfortable. The time and the convenience and the cost savings as well. There are certainly positives from online. And there are certainly negatives as well, of course. The home environments can be very distracting. A lot of students struggle with technology or poor internet connections. You have roommates that are very noisy and distractive. And of course, loneliness and social isolation were reported very, very frequently. So there are students with high remote learning sentiments. They like the comfort of their own home, and they found that the return to the classroom was quite stressful. They think in-class learning is boring, and that they miss the freedom of online learning. Students with low remote learning sentiments like the campuses. They missed that interaction, and they were burned out when they had to learn online and they were removed from this human interaction. And of course, they also suffered a lot from technical issues as well. So what's the solution? How do you resolve this? Well, first of all, higher education needs to recognize that COVID-19 has permanently changed higher education. Technology in higher education is only going to accelerate in the future. Neither in-class learning or online learning exclusively will produce the best learning outcomes. So, of course, a balance is needed to better connect with current and future generations, and, of course, to be disaster ready in case something happens or whatever, you don't have this painful transition. So every academic discipline needs to be evaluated, but it needs to be recognized that every discipline needs to have an online component. For example, an engineering or chemistry class might be 80% in class, but then 20% online. And each academic discipline needs to be evaluated during a semester according to the students that are in it and the conditions that are happening. We live in a really rapidly changing world. And students need to be prepared for a world where, remote work is a standard part of many occupations. So holistic education involves blended learning where opportunities for professors and students to interact with each other digitally occur while also preserving the opportunities for them to interact personally. And this is holistic education because it allows the best learning outcomes to happen for the most students. So in conclusion, tomorrow's leaders must have the right combination of social skills and technology savvy. Hybrid learning in higher education is the most cost-effective way of creating these critical outcomes.